Good morning, adventure babes. I am Erica Martin, your fearless leader and the adventure babe. And in today's meaningful millionaire video diary, I have a really important story that I want to share with you that I know will help you step into your passion and purpose every day and inspire you that whatever you want in your life is possible. So here's what I'm going to share with you. What started me on the path to the adventure babe life was really the fact that I was 29 years old and I'd been through my fair share of ups and downs, as we all have. Life's kind of like the Himalayas. You got some really high highs, you got some really low lows, and it's about how we are the constant and you are the constant. Oh my goodness, Belle, the adventure pup, wants to say hello. So we're just gonna interrupt this brief message for Belle to say hello to you. Hello. Listen, we have to have fun around here. So in life, you're gonna have the high highs, you're gonna have the low lows, but the thing that remains consistent is you and your energy and your passion and your purpose. And the truth is, when you're stepping into your passion and your purpose every single day, then you can't make a wrong move. And there's no wrong answer. I think a lot of times, myself included in my path, I spent a lot of time really worrying about if I was making the right decision. But the truth is, when you've made enough decisions, right or wrong, doesn't matter, you figure out that there is no right or wrong decision. Whatever decision you make is the right one. And that's how you learn to trust your gut. So you'll find as we go along on this journey together, I will reference trusting your gut over and over and over again, because that's a really integral part of this lesson as you're stepping into your passion and purpose. And also know, trusting your gut is not easy. It's scary. Nothing is promised. But I assure you that you will make it through. Think about it this way. You have survived every challenge you've ever been through in your entire life. And you're here today and you're watching this. So I'm sure there's something that's been really hard in your life, same way it has been for me, that you made a bold move, you made an important decision, and guess what? You landed on your feet. And guess what? You're gonna have an opportunity to make a bold move again. And this time you'll go forward with just a little bit more confidence that you have what it takes. And the next time, you'll get more confidence. And the time after that, soon, you're gonna be making bold moves all the time, living your passion and purpose, and being happier, healthier, and more balanced than you've ever been in your entire life. And that is so exciting, and I'm really excited to be a part of that together with you. So here's the short story that I'll share with you today about how I made a bold move. And on my 29th birthday, I decided that this was the year that I was going to get in the best shape of my life. Now, it wasn't just about the physical, because that's, to me, that's not powerful enough, because that's the superficial level. It's how we look. What is powerful to me is to get as healthy as I could in my body, as healthy as I could in my mind, spiritually, emotionally, put myself in the healthiest environment, because I know that I am destined to help thousands of people. And charity starts at home. If I don't take care of myself, if I don't invest in myself, I can't give to anybody, because I don't even have enough to give to myself. So that's what my mission was about, that I decided on my 29th birthday, best shape of my life, mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, environmentally, surrounding myself with the right people, surrounding myself with the right relationships. So here's how it turned out for me. I decided to go on a 3-week workation to Santa Barbara, California, and I visited some of my very nearest and dearest friends out here. And as I was out here and involved in the culture, and it just fit me. It was a fitness-based culture. There were local restaurants that had grass-fed beef, and everybody's super friendly. And I noticed there's a lot of younger, motivated, and inspired people in this general area. And not to mention, I do have some friends out here that are pretty dang awesome. And as my 3 weeks was coming to an end, I was just feeling like I couldn't go back home to Florida, that I couldn't live that purpose, that intention that I set for this year of getting in the best shape of my life and becoming the healthiest version of myself. And I was stuck, and I was dating this wonderful guy. He was a really, really, really good guy, probably the best guy I'd ever dated to this point. And he was back home in Tampa. Well, 2 days before I was supposed to leave to go to San Diego, I had a business meeting to go to in San Diego. So I was going to drive the Pacific Coast. And 2 days before that, I had a conversation with this amazing guy. And it wasn't anything bad, but I just realized it wasn't the right fit. It wasn't, our core values didn't line up. And that doesn't mean that it was a bad thing, because it wasn't. We just had different core values on something that would be really important for a long-term relationship. And for me, that was the health and wellness spectrum. That had moved to the top of my list. And for him, it just wasn't. And that's okay. But I knew that going forward, the relationships that I wanted to have in my life were people who are on board with being happy, healthy, and balanced, having great nutrition, having a lot of fun, being fed spiritually and emotionally, being around positive influences. And that just wasn't a number one priority for him, which was okay. But it told me that it wasn't the right fit. So that day, I had that realization, which, was startling, a little, disappointing, because he was a really great guy. And I went and did kickboxing and worked out. So sometimes workouts for me are active meditation, right? And I just things happen in my brain. So I came out of that workout and I told my girlfriend that I was staying with, I said, I've decided what I'm doing. And she goes, okay. And I said, I'm breaking up with my boyfriend. I'm moving to Santa Barbara. I'm going to rent my condo that I own in Florida. I'm going to sell my car that I own in Florida. And I'm going to purchase a car out here in California. And this is going to be my new home. And by the way, I have 2 days to find a place to live before I go to San Diego. And her eyes got wide. And as you can imagine, if somebody were to say that to you, it could be kind of shocking news. So she goes, okay, well, if that's what you're going to do. So that night, I had the really difficult conversation with the guy I was dating, and just told him, I'm so sorry, but it's not going to work. And I wish you the best. And I know that you're going to find somebody who really aligns with your values. And, I didn't say this, but the same way that I will find somebody that really aligns with my values. But I wanted that for him, because ultimately, if it doesn't work for one person, it's not going to work for both. So I did that. It was difficult. Went on Craigslist, found the place that I'm actually sitting in right now. And of all the places I looked at, this was the one that called to me. And it was very specific, for me to rent someplace, because I have the little adventure pup. I know. And she is a big part of my life and had to come with me. And apparently, and I didn't know this at the time, ignorance is bliss, but apparently there's not a lot of rentals available. I think it's a less than 1% rental rate, and even less than that, or rental availability, here in Santa Barbara, at least at this point in time. And even less than that allowed dogs. So this was a place that I saw online. I loved it. The very next day, it was the first place I looked at, and I looked at one other place, but I knew this was it, and they allowed dogs. And so by Friday, I drove to San Diego, and by Friday, I signed the lease online. I wasn't even in the area. I was supposed to stay longer for my business retreat, but I cut out early so I could come over here and start moving in. I was able to find a car in short order. I went home, I rented my condo because the law of attraction, somebody randomly reached out to me because they knew that I was moving out here, and it was a perfect match. So I rented my condo within 2 weeks, and I went home and I sold my car, and the equity in my car actually financed my move here. So it was a pretty incredible series of events. But the point that I want to make is that none of that would have happened. I wouldn't have been able to be so clear and confident in all of those really, really big decisions. I mean, let's go through it. Breaking up with a boyfriend, moving across the country, picking a place to live, picking a car to buy, selling a car back home that I own, and renting out my condo when I'm not even gonna be in the state to manage it. So that's a pretty important thing. That's 7 big decisions that I made on my own within 2 weeks. And I had the confidence in myself to make those decisions because I was on purpose. I knew what my purpose was. I knew what I was dedicated to. And that was to a life of being happy, healthy, and balanced. And this year was my year to get in the best shape of my life. And let me tell you guys, since I've been out here and living the adventure babe life, everything that I could possibly imagine and even things that I couldn't imagine have opened up for me. And this is only the first step. So I want to invite you to come along on this journey with me. I want to invite you to share in this excitement. And I want to invite you to be an adventure babe or an adventure dude, because you have what it takes inside of you. You have all of the right pieces. But sometimes if you don't have somebody that has your back, like me, to tell you, you go girl, or you get it guy, that it's hard to make those bold moves. And having gone through many, many bold moves in my life, I want to share with you, and I want to hold your hand, and I want to help you step up into your passion and purpose. And I want to bring you up along with me on this journey, because let me tell you, it is so much more rewarding than you could ever imagine to wake up every day excited, to wake up every day with a new idea, to wake up every day feeling confident and to feel appreciated and to feel like you are making a difference in this world. You are bigger than where you're at right now. And I want to invite you to be a part of the Adventure Babe life with me. So stay tuned for more details on how we can get together here soon and you can be a part of this wonderful world, because I have to tell you, I'm so passionate about this because I feel that more people need to have this fire inside of them that might be just a little match right now, but I want to teach you how to turn it into a bonfire. So stay tuned. Thank you for watching ABTV, Adventure Babe TV, and stay tuned for new episodes. And as always, if this message inspired you, please share it with somebody that it'll help and touch and move and inspire them to start taking that one little step, that one little baby bold move in the right direction. And join me on this fantastic journey, because guess what, guys? Life is right now. It's not tomorrow, it's not when you hit your goals, and it's not when you make more money. Life is happening now, so let's make the most of it. Have a great day.